What's going on, guys? Hey, I would just get right into it. Hope everybody's having a blessed day, though, by the way. And that everybody's fighting through their battles, giving all the distractions straight to the Lord, rubbing them off, because, this enemy's trying to distract everybody nowadays. I'm telling you. But, hey, let's get right to it. So I was in John, and we're in chapter 9, right? And I'm just asking God, like, what do we need to say? What do you got to talk to me about? What does the group need? I just needed something. Like, I needed the guy to just speak, and he spoke. There's a couple things that popped up that I thought, the Lord said, but I was like, I don't sit right with me. But then he actually pointed it out. And it was here in spiritual blindness, saying in John chapter 9, verse 36 through 41. And it starts to say that, he says, he started asking the guy, he said, do you believe in the Son of Man? And the man answered, who is he, sir? I want to believe in him. And he said, you have seen him, and he is speaking to you. Yes, the Lord, I believe, the man said, and he worshiped Jesus. And then Jesus told him, I entered this world to render judgment, to give sight to the blind, and to show those who think they see that they are blind. Some Pharisees who were standing nearby heard him and asked, are you saying we're blind? If you were blind, you wouldn't be guilty. Jesus replied, but you remain guilty because you claim you can see. You claim you can see. You claim that you have no problems. You claim that you ain't struggling, like there's no distractions in your life, and in reality, you're not being transparent. It's like, one thing about this group is like we have to all know, not everything, but be able to be transparent enough where we could pray for each other. Because at the end of the day right now, we're all brothers going into war. Like, I got every single one of your guys' back, and I know God has each other's, our back. So I just know we're about to go in knowing that we got each other's back. Like being in one accord. Like that's been it, like being in unity, knowing what we all are like working with and struggling with, what we got going on. So we just know like, okay, this guy maybe not be like right like at the moment, in the mind at least, and it's like pray for him, but let's continue to work, It's like we might have to bandage one up while the other one's still fighting, keeping us covered, So it's like it's a war, man. Like, but at the end of it, we got the victory. It's like it's all things. But what God was telling me here is that, we need to have a heart check. That's what He was telling me. He said we need a heart check, right before we get into that fight. We already been in the fight, but get into the midst of it, it's like we need a heart check. The whole time we need to have that heart check because it's crucial. Like if we're like the word from Wednesday, we need to be in love. Like that boy was going for everybody, and I was like, man, like I love to just hit him with the 1-2 bow, no biscuit. But then it's like I gotta let him let it. At the end of the day, it's like how it says in Corinthians 12 about the gifts, explains it all well. But then it goes to 13 where like above all else is love, and we have to love. Like, we have to get our heart at the right place where it's like at one point we were lost. We were headed to death, to eternal damnation. But God chose us. He got us out of the hole to do what? To follow Him, to cast all our burdens to Him, really to sacrifice and lay our lives down for Him. We're a living sacrifice, and that's what we're going out here to do. We have things we want to do. We might have a lot of things we got going on that week that we go out there. We might be missing things that, the family got to do on their own this time without us. But I'm saying this, like, God is going to honor that. He loves your sacrifice, and you got blessings coming your way. Just know that. Like, He is about to pour out His Spirit out there while we're out there. There's no one else going out there to do what we are doing. Like, we're going out there on a mission, and I'm expecting mission complete. Well done, my good and faithful servant, at the end of it. Because we left it all. We left it all on the table. We left it all in the field. Why? because that's what we are made of. God and His grace is gonna help us move forward, and we gotta be disciplined enough to just know that we gotta press in with God. Like, He loves us. He wants us to surrender everything we got going on, so we may be able to be effective when our heart's in the right place. Let's get into position with our hearts and to be in one accord with the Lord, with the Spirit, catching a burden for the people. Because while we're out there preaching the gospel to sons and daughters that are lost, that are hopeless, we know when we handle and take care of God's people, He's gonna take care of our people. And I'm blessed to know, and I'm comforted to know that my family is going to be okay. There's gonna be no division, like, in our families at all while we're gone, while we're doing the good will of God. Like, there's nothing that's gonna happen, and I'm declaring that upon every single family. That everything is gonna be okay. That there's gonna be comfort in your hearts and your mind. That you're not gonna have to battle and worry about anything at home because you got it covered. Everything that comes your way is gonna be a distraction, and the Lord's gonna have you covered in Jesus' name. So I just encourage everyone, focus on today. Like, we got the mission. Focus on the mission. You know, Spend these times with your parents, with your loved ones. And just let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna have to head out to war real quick. I'll be back. Pray for me, but I love you. Let's just do what we gotta do. You know, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm gonna see all of you guys tomorrow. Let's go get this little warm up session on Saturday. Adopt the block. But let's do what we gotta do today. Tomorrow's not promised. So let's focus on the present, and let tomorrow be tomorrow, and let yesterday be yesterday. Let's just focus on today, guys. Love you guys. I encourage everyone. Press in. Love you guys. Let's get it.